Hey everyone, so this is our last week, plus we're gonna have 3 bonus days at the end, but this is our last week of arm balance drills. We're really getting into the stability. So that means moving and finding balance within that movement. So fighting gravity while moving your bodies. So that being said, we're never gonna stop working on warming up our wrists first, protracting, warming up our bodies, and then from there, we're gonna go into straddle today. So that's a key pose in my opinion, because it helps you spread your balance out, which alone on itself will make balancing into inversions easier. We'll play with that pose though. Let's go. So hands out, we're gonna get right into wrist mobility. So just some nice big circles. We're gonna go times 5 from left to right. About 2 more. And we're gonna go to the opposite direction. I hope these feel like second nature now. We've been doing these for quite some time and they should just feel good. A day without wrist stretches should just feel kind of strange at this point, really. We're gonna point our fingers forward, go back and forth. Fingers towards our body. We're just gonna come back into our fingers. So lengthen our fingers here, nice little stretch, and back. Two more. And one last one. So we haven't done these in a little minute. We're gonna lift our wrists and back down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. The farther you forward your shoulders are, the harder it is. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now fingertips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From here, fingers just even with our shoulders, we're gonna go open, open wider. So we're going for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Just kind of release that. Feel that warm form it. And then we're gonna work into our flexion of our wrists. So fingers towards us, palms up. Nice big stretch here. We're gonna bring our weight back and just hold that for a few breaths. Making sure our biceps always stay forward. Taking it nice and easy. All right, we're just gonna palm through that. Kind of just get some sensation back in our wrists. Feel good with it. Okay, so from here, we're gonna push into our hands, make our way into a plank. Just to wake everything up, we're actually gonna stay in this plank for a little bit. Making sure that our pelvis is not backwards, but rotating forward. Think long through the legs, protract through your arms. We're essentially mimicking a handstand here. From here, we're gonna go forward, bring our chest up to upward facing dog with our feet flexed. Back to that plank, right knee's gonna touch. Bring that back. Opposite side, left, right, left, right, left. 2 more each side. Going back to the left. Last round, right. Left. So hold it here again. Making our way to downward facing dog. Head through, biceps up, ears even with their biceps. Allow the back line of your legs to open up here. That means your hamstrings, your calves, digging into our ankles, getting a bit of flexion there. Awesome. Okay. So before we get into all the straddle play, we're actually going to make our straddle open up a little bit. So to do that, we're going to make our way into straddle pose. So straddle just essentially means not a full split. You're not trying to go super wild with the depth, but you are bringing your legs wider than your hips. From here, we're just going to enjoy opening the pose. Right arm down. Exhale. Breathe in. Left arm up. Exhale. Back down. We're going to do this 3 times each side. Breath in. Switch. Two more times. 1 more each side. This is the last round. Now just to warm up into our hips, we're going to bring our heels towards each other. Hands onto the knees. The shorts feel is shorter than usual, but we're just going to go back and forth with it. It's a nice long spine. We're just looking to fire it up. So if you feel like you can go a little bit lower, go for it. Enjoy the sensation of going back and forth. You should be feeling this in your groin area. We'll be switching to other poses from here. Right now you're just kind of pushing away, allowing your body to kind of enjoy some feeling here. Maybe rotate finger forward, bring your shoulder down, back and forth. This is also a great way of stretching your shoulders. Getting a bit into your spine. Awesome. From here, heels back again, toes forward. We're going to go Skandasana. And then see if we can walk our hands over and just go back and forth. If we can bring our hands up for it, even better. Making our way back. So this round we're going to turn with it. See if we can touch down. Bring that feet back into a flex, rotate and go to the opposite side. Kind of just opening our groin, opening our hips a little bit more each time we move through this series. One last time, both directions, so right. And then one last one on your left. So enjoying each stretch, taking our time with it, being mindful. Awesome. And our last stretch for this will be a little frog pose. I say little because it's quite intense for most people. Kind of just trying to demean the frog, not give it the power we tend to give it. Actually keep the block in front of us. We're gonna go knees wide, knees wide. We're trying to bring our legs into a 90 on both sides. From here, we're just gonna breathe for a short period of time. So whether it be 30 to 45 seconds, just allowing the sensation move through the pose, kind of see how you feel on both sides. We're just looking to open up right now. From here, if you're able to, maybe make a little bit of extra space by going down to your forearms and doing cat-cow. So breathe in, stomach down, exhale, spine up. We're doing that times 5. Three more. Two more. And one last one. Awesome. Ooh. Okay. So we will do a little bit of arm balance play, then get into that straddle. So first we're going to do 2 rounds of crow. We're just going to aim for a few breaths. We're going to stay there for a short period of time. We're aiming for 15 seconds times 2. I'll count it off, and then after that we're going to just see if we can lower from crow both knees down with ease after those 30 seconds. So we'll do our first 2 rounds first, and then we'll discuss that next part. So same as always, fingers forward. We're going to bend as we bring our weight forward, gripping the ground, making sure that we're really bringing that spider grip, pointing our weight into our forward knuckles. We're going for 15. Keep those elbows towards each other like a chaturanga. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Nice tall spine. See if you can actually come into a deep squat here. More mobility you get, the easier all of these poses become, because as I always say, you're not fighting your body. You're just making your way into them. So we'll take 3 more breaths here. One last one. Let's go for another 15 seconds. If this feels like a lot for you, just keep working the technique for crow. Crow is more of a technical pose than it is a strength one. You start learning how to bring your elbows towards each other and pushing that ground away. Everything starts feeling much easier with time. So just keep doing it. If you're watching a show, if you got any spare time, you're waiting for your coffee, just get on the ground, do a little crow, maybe wash your hands after, keep going kind of thing. There's nothing to be taken too serious in life. Enjoy these things and it leads to growth. So let's go for that second round. Knees on our elbows. Big breath in, biceps forward, elbows towards each other for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In our next drill, we're just going to look to bring our feet to the ground, then slowly lower our knees. We're going to do 3, and then we're going to see if we can do a third one where we're actually floating together everything without our feet touching first. It's just a nice, easy little stability drill, and then we're going to get into the fun stuff. So take your time. If you need to pause this and kind of play it on your own, maybe you'll watch it first, but otherwise, let's go for it. Nice and slow and controlled. We're lowering on a count of 3 as well. So into your crow, bring your heels up, bring them down, toes touching together, bring the knees to the middle. We're coming down for 3, 2, 1. Let's repeat that our second time. Big breath. Coming forward, if we can bring our heels to our sit bones, bring our toes down, touching together, really push together, bring the knees down for 3, 2, 1. One last one, and then we're going to do the special fun hold we got coming. Remember to just connect your breath throughout all this stuff. Take it easy. Get that heart rate down as much as you can throughout. Just enjoy this. Let it be feeling relaxing, but kind of fun and playful. Okay, last one of these. Come forward, see if you can bring your heels up, toes together, knees together. We're coming down for 3, 2, 1. Last one. Let's just stretch our feet in an untucked position first. So we're just seeing if we can lift one knee at a time. We're gonna do that for 5, 5, 4. Whoa, 4. My legs are tight. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Let's do our last one. So our goal is not to flop. So everything, if it has to come down quicker, make sure you just touch your feet down. Try to keep them as light as you can on the top. If you can, kind of float them back up, going for it, awesome. We're gonna try and go down for 3 seconds without anything touching. Big breath. Let's go. Keep those elbows in. That's a big, big cue for this. So we're gonna bring our legs to the middle for 3, 2, 1. I know that's a lot. Maybe you raise yourself on a block. You might have just shot down. That's okay. Just learn that strength. It's gonna make floating much easier. Okay, let's get into the real play here. We're gonna start off with headstand. We're gonna bring both of our legs up, keep them together, straddle them out together times 10. If that takes you 2 rounds, take 2 rounds. Do the amount you need. We're just looking for that rep count. I'm gonna do it here. We can walk our feet up the wall just so that it's easier from the start. Bring one leg to the center, try to bring the other one to it, and then separate, come together. We're going for times 10, like I said. If that's not possible, I'll show the other version right away right now. So go for that, but this is an alternative. So headstand. So the alternative would be leg out, work the other leg out, bring them together, touch the wall. Leg out, work the other leg out. Try to make sure and be aware of your hips. Make sure everything's even. Bring everything together. And then just do that times 10. But otherwise, see if you can play with me. I'm gonna go together, wide, 10 times. I'm gonna just try tucking this shirt in. It keeps coming out. It's quite annoying, but that's me trying to do this with a sweater. Let's go for it. So start placing yourself into that headstand shape. Big breath in. We're gonna place our arms. As always, fingers in together, bottom pinky always inside. One breath in, second one to set. Leg up, other leg up. Engage that core, keep everything straight. We're going wide, back together for 10. Wide, back together, 9. Wide, back together, 8. Wide, back together, 7. Wide, back together, 6. I'm just gonna start counting now. So whenever our heels touch, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. I hope that felt great. I hope that helped your balance. I hope that even if you had to do the opposite version, that you felt stable when your legs were wide. This is the point of it. It's like having that stick, the guy walking across that tightrope. We're gonna do a different version where you're really gonna work your body and feel a bit more teeter in it, because one leg is gonna stay there, the other one's gonna go wide. So we're gonna do the tuck. I'll just demonstrate it and have a side angle so you can see it, but if you feel like you wanna walk across using the wall and float up that way, go for that. Do whatever works best for you. We're gonna do 5 each side. So it's gonna be one leg and tuck, the other one's gonna go up and kind of go to the side and back. We're doing 5 times each side, like I said. So tuck that in, headstand as usual. So this is me doing it, this variation. If you need to climb up the wall with the one leg, then float into it, go for that. Let's get down. So leg all the way up, wide, back up. That's 1, wide, back up. 2, wide, back up. 3, wide, back up. 4, wide, back up. 5. I'll do the next one facing the wall just so you get a different variation of that, or a different view, I should say. You could hear the block, or I could at least. The block was moving as I was going wide. That just means I need to tuck a little bit stronger, really use that leg, hold everything in. It's gonna help with that shape I need to hold. So let's do the opposite side and do our last 5. And then we're gonna repeat the first drill, but on our hands. Probably one of the funnest things to do. We're gonna take it whichever variation you did in a headstand. So if you need to walk your legs out first, bring them together, come back down, or kind of repeat, do whichever one works, just aim for 10. So this is doing lateral movement stability. We're learning how to move our legs laterally, so to the side and back. We're learning what that feels like. Yeah, so let's go. So this is our last round of these, and then we're gonna get on our hands. So again, here one block is in tuck, head and down. We're going straight, go wide, straight, wide, straight. Try your best to stack everything appropriately, wide. That's 3, 4. This is also a great assessing tool to see which leg goes out farther. I do recommend watching your video after and seeing how everything is stacking. So that's it for that. We're getting into the wild play now. We're going in for it. And then we're just gonna do one 20-second hold, and that's gonna be it for today because there's a lot. We extended this. This is probably a longer class. So actually, not 20 seconds, we're gonna do one 30-second hold. We're really gonna push it, but it's just one hold. If you need to break that down to 2 15s, that's also okay. So now for our last drill, same exact thing. I'm gonna do it walking up the wall and straddle to straight. We're doing times 10. Break that down into 1 of 10, or 1 rep times 10, or 2 times 10. Whatever you need to do. If you can stay up and push off the wall and repeat, that's amazing. If you can just do 2 and that's it for today, you're kind of blasted. Or if you do 1, come down and repeat, and it takes you a while, but you still get it, amazing. Let's go for it though. So all the same things as usual. Protract biceps forward, really try to stay long in your spine. You really want to keep your hips exactly where they are, stacking above each other, or above your wrists, keeping everything one straight line, protracting, engaging that core. Your hips are what moving, nothing else. You're stable, your base, it should all be stable and stacked. Strong. 1 breath to set, 2nd breath to go. Whoop. So straddle, straight, straddle, straight. 3, 4, 5. I had to touch down, maybe come down. We'll do 2 rounds of 5, or whatever amount you take. So typically I'm able to do just 10 straight, if I'm being honest. But yeah, it doesn't matter. In the end of the day, we're just working on the stability, moving through it. Try to be aware of where your legs are going. That being said, let's get our last 5 done. Or if you're doing 10 straight, congrats on that. And if you're doing 1 at a time, congrats on that. Let's go for it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I felt my hips let go. I lost the hollow body shape. My weight was coming forward. Gripped the ground a little bit more. Thought of adjusting my pelvis. Brought my legs out. Finished it off. Like I said, if this takes you a bunch, completely fine. Let's just stretch our upper body for a second. And enjoy one big hold. The one hold, maybe just keep a foot on the whole time, or if you feel like it's easier to float, go for that. Just enjoy that length today. We're going for a big push. So that being said, we're gonna do mobility for our upper body one more time first, keeping it active. So we're gonna do that cactus stretch. Elbow even or a bit higher, push into the ground, left ear down, and then the legs gonna come around. We're gonna push that elbow into the ground for 5, push, 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 4, 3, push, 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 2, 1, release that. We're gonna go for child's pose, mostly putting the emphasis on the one arm, and just rotate. Get some length, bring your chest down. We're gonna go on the opposite side. So cactus, a little bit higher. Rotate, push that arm down. We're pushing it into the ground for 5, push, 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 3. After 5 is 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that. Single arm child. We're just gonna really push that elbow, the arm downwards as we keep that cat shape, not cack, cat shape, and really going through this. Rotate back and forth. It's a good thing I'm not like super famous. That might have became a meme or something. Okay, let's go for our holds, or one hold actually. 30 seconds. It's gonna be our longest one. Let's really go for it. So try and stay up, breathe. Realize that you're not gonna fall on your face. You can trust your arms, you can trust that protraction. This is gonna be a test for me, just like you. I haven't been going for anything long. It's all been the same exact things you guys are doing right now. So let's go for it. Fingers forward, grip that ground, biceps forward. Let's get forward, or let's go forward. Leg up. We're gonna go right into the counting of it. So 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 21, 22, 20, 19, 18, 17, keep retracting, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, come out gracefully as you can, if you can. I kind of came down before thinking of 1 or 0. And that's okay. All of this is okay. This is all about growth. It all gets easier as you do it more. That was our longest hold, guys. Congrats. Much easier while floating than having a foot on the wall for myself, but definitely needing that stamina work. So we might add a bit more of that until we're done. So big breath. Let's just kind of relax our way out of this. We'll do 3 more breaths. And one last one. So that was a lot of time on our hands today, or inverted. So take a few breaths, kind of go get some water, hydrate, kind of make sure you feel good and that you're oriented to what you're doing. Don't rush back up on your feet or anything like that. If you have any questions or statements or anything that you've achieved and you want to share, please do so. Otherwise, cheers, namaste. This is a huge growth week. We're going to do a lot of stability work. Let's get to it. Take care.